Hello students. So welcome to the new lecture of network theory. So today we'll complete the source transformation, means how to convert the voltage source into a current source or a current source into a voltage source. Then also we'll complete the dependent sources. What are the different dependent sources are present? So let's start the topic. So source transformation. Source means whether that source may be a active voltage source or your current source. So for example, let's say in this circuit, this is a voltage source, magnitude is Vs, and the resistance, internal resistance of this voltage source is, let's say, Rs. Clear? Now this voltage source you have to convert into a current source. So in voltage source, always internal resistance will be connected in series, and in current source always internal resistance will be connected in parallel, because in series only voltage drop will be there, and in parallel only different currents will be there. Clear? So now this voltage source you need to convert into this current source. So for the conversion of voltage source into the current source, you should know the value of the current delivered by this source. So let's say current delivered by this source is here. Let's say this is ISC. ISC or IS is the current delivered by this source. So IS or ISC. Why ISC I have written? Because I have short circuited these two ends. That's why ISC. This is the current delivered by this source. What will be the current? Current will be your total voltage of the source divided by the internal resistance. So total voltage divided by the internal resistance. Clear? So this is this much of the current, it is delivered by this voltage source. So when you are converting this voltage source into current source, so magnitude of the current source will be this one, and this resistance Rs will be equal to Rs only. And while converting these voltage source and Rs are connected in series, then while converting into current source, the current source and the internal resistance will be connected in the parallel. The value of the current source will be your Vs by Rs. Clear? Similarly, let's say if you are converting this current source into the voltage source, then for connection, current source will be converted into voltage source. In voltage source will be connected in series with the internal resistance. Then what will be the magnitude of this voltage source? So let's say the voltage across here in the current source is VOC, because this is open circuit, that's why I have written VOC. You can write Vs also, voltage across the this current source. So Vs equal to, or VOC equal to, what will be the V value? V equal to I into R. Is is the current delivered by this source, and the internal resistance of this source is Rs. So Is into Rs. So this will be the magnitude of this voltage source if you are converting from current source to voltage source, and internal resistance value will be same, Rs equal to Rs. Clear? So how to convert? A voltage source in series will be converted into a current source in parallel of resistance, and a current source in parallel of resistance can be converted into a voltage source in series of the resistance. And how to calculate the magnitude? By simple apply the Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So this is your source transformation. Clear? Now let's do one example on the source transformer. So this question I have taken here. In this question, find the current flowing through ideal diode of the circuit shown. So in this circuit, this is your ideal diode. This one voltage source is given, one current source is given. So here you need to find the current flowing through this ideal diode. Whatever current is flowing through this ideal diode, you need to find out. Clear? So let's so how to solve? See here, this is a voltage source. For simplification, now we'll apply the concept of source transformation. This is a current source and this is a voltage source. Voltage source in series with the internal resistance, current source in parallel with the internal resistance. So this voltage source you can convert into a current source, and this current source you can convert into a voltage source for simplification. Clear? So this voltage source can be converted into a current source, and this current source is converted into a voltage source. So what will be the value of Vs? Means voltage. If you are converting this current source into a voltage source, then what will be the value of voltage? So voltage will be your I into R. What is the current value? 2, and resistance is 1. So 2 volt will be the voltage value. And here, if you are converting this voltage source into a current source, then what will be the value of current? Current value will be your V divided by R. What is the value of V? V is 10 divided by R. R is 4. So 2.5 ampere. Clear? Now you have converted this voltage source into current source, this current source into voltage source. Let's draw the equivalent circuit diagram. So here one diode was present, ideal diode, and this current source you converted into voltage source, means your one internal resistance you need to represent in series with the voltage source. And what is the value you calculated? 2 volt. So 2 volt. And what will be the value of this internal resistance? Same as that of this. So 1 ohm. And now this voltage source you converted into a current source. So represent with the current source in parallel with the internal resistance. Clear? And what is the value of magnitude of this current source? So 2.5 you calculated. So 2.5 ampere. And this resistance will be same as that of this resistance. So 4 ohm. Clear? Another one 4 ohm was connected here. So connect here. Another one 4 ohm. So this is your simplified equivalent circuit. Now see here, these two resistance 4 ohm and 4 ohm are connected in parallel. So what will be the equivalent of these two resistance? When two resistance are connected in parallel, let's say R1 and R2 are connected in parallel. So R equivalent will be your R1 multiply with R2 divided by R1 plus R2. How this formula is coming? For parallel resistance, R equivalent 1 upon R equivalent will be your 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. Solve this, you will get this one. So equivalent of these two 4 ohm parallel resistance will be your 4 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4. So what will be the value? 4 into 4 is your 16 divided by 8 equal to 2. So 2 ohm resistor is connected here. Clear? Now let's see here. Now again draw the equivalent circuit diagram. So one diode is connected. One ohm resistor is connected here. 2 volt. And then one current source 2.5 ampere, and the equivalent of these two parallel resistors is your 2. Now see here, now again you can convert this current source into a voltage source, because you need to find the current flowing through the diode. So for finding the current you need voltage and the resistance. So and this is the current source. So convert this current source into a voltage source. So again I am converting this current source into a voltage source. So one resistor will be there and in series with the voltage. Clear? Voltage source. This is already there here in your circuit. 2 volt, 1 ohm. So what will be the value of voltage source here? The magnitude of voltage source? I into R. Clear? So I 2.5 into 2 will be your 5 volt, and the resistor value will be same, 2 ohm. Yeah. So this is your simplified circuit. In this circuit you need to find the current flowing through this diode. So ideal diode, when it is forward bias, it acts as a short circuit. So here 5, this is your positive side of diode, this is negative side of diode. Positive side is connected to 5 volt battery, negative side is connected to 2 volt battery. So 5 volt is greater than the 2 volt, means this diode will act as a forward bias. So if forward bias, this diode will act as a short circuit. Clear? Then what will be the current value? Current flowing through it, total voltage divided by total resistance. Total voltage drop divided by total resistance. So what is the total voltage drop here? So this current will be your total drop. Total drop will be 5 minus 2 divided by total resistance. Total resistance, these two resistance are connected in series. When this diode will act as a forward bias, it will act as a short circuit. So these two resistance will be in series. So 2 plus 1. Clear? So 5 minus 2 will be your what? 3 divided by 3 equal to 1 ampere. So this is the answer, current flowing through the diode. Clear the concept? how to convert this voltage source into a current source or a current source into a voltage source, and how to apply this concept while solving the circuits or while simplifying any complex circuit. Clear? Here, see here, in diode, this question, two voltages were, not two voltages, two sources were present. One was your voltage source, another was your current source. So you can think that we can, if more than two sources are present, then we can apply the superposition theorem also. But here you can't apply the superposition theorem because diode is your non-linear element. So for non-linear device, you can't apply the superposition theorem. That's why here you can't apply the superposition theorem. Don't go for applying the superposition theorem. Clear? So this was the mistake some students can do. That's why I told you here that diode is a non-linear device. Hence, superposition theorem is not applied. You cannot apply it here. You cannot consider one source and you cannot ignore one source and like that. Clear? So this was about the source transformation. Let's move towards the next concept. So next concept is your dependent sources. Clear? So there are four dependent sources in your network, and these all dependent sources are linear dependent source. So first source is your voltage control voltage source. All the dependent sources are represented by this diamond shape. See here, all the are represented by this diamond shape. That is a representation of the dependent sources. Now this dependent source, what is the sign here? Plus minus. It is showing the sign of voltage or a battery. So this dependent source is a voltage source. And what is the magnitude or value of this dependent source? A into V. V means it is depending on the voltage. That's why this dependent source is your voltage control voltage source. Clear? This is your voltage source, and it is in the shape of diamond. So this is dependent source. So this is your voltage control. Why voltage control? Because it is depending on this voltage. That's why this is voltage dependent voltage source, and the unit of A, whatever constant is there, that is no unit. Clear? Next, see here, this is in diamond shape, means this is a dependent source, and here polarity are plus minus, means this is a voltage source, and this voltage source is having a magnitude of I, BI. B is your constant, I is the current, means this voltage source is depending on the current. Clear? That's why this dependent source is called as current control, and this is your voltage source. So current control voltage source or current dependent current source. Then what will be the value of B? B is your ohm. Clear? Because V equal to IR. This is a voltage, so V equal to BI, so B is a ohm value. Now let's see here. This is also a dependent source. And what is the representation here? This is a representation of current. Clear? So this is your, and it is depending on what? Current only. So this is your current dependent current source or current control current source. And what is the unit of C? C is no unit, because current is only depending on current. So this is having no unit. Next is your this one. So this is your, what is the symbol of this? This is a current symbol. So this is your current source, and this current source is depending on here dV, voltage. D is constant and voltage, means this is your voltage control or voltage dependent current source. And what is the D? D is your mho value, because current is depending on the voltage. Clear? So V by R means 1 by R is your mho value or the Siemens. Clear? So these are called as the linear dependent sources. These are four linear dependent source. First is your voltage control voltage source, current control voltage source, current control current source, current control current source, voltage control current source. Clear? Now let's see about the non-linear dependent source. These dependent sources were depending on linearly with respect to current and voltage. Now see here, this is your dependent source because it is in the form of diamond shape, and this is a symbol of current. So this is your current source, and this current source is depending on this I square. Clear? So this is your current control or current dependent current source, but this source is non-linear because it is not depending on linearly, it is depending non-linearly. So that's why this is your non-linear dependent source. Clear? So now let's see, we'll do the one problem on this. For example, this question I have taken here. In this question, you need to find the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor of this circuit shown. Clear? So here in this this is your 2 ohm resistor. Whatever current is flowing in this resistor, that you need to find out. One voltage source is given. This is independent voltage source. One current source is given. This is also independent current source, and another one source is given. So this is your dependent source. The symbol is this current symbol. So this is current source, and this is depending on the voltage. So this is your voltage dependent current source or voltage control current source, because this is depending on Vx. Vx is what? Voltage across this 1 ohm resistor, means this current source is depending on the voltage across this 1 ohm resistor. Clear? How to identify the dependent sources? Now let's solve this question. So here this current source you can convert into a voltage source. This current source, clear? You can convert into a voltage source. This is also a voltage source. So this also you can convert into a current source, because we need a series circuit to find the current. That's why I am going to convert this. So here this is a current source. So this current source also you can convert into a voltage source, and this is a current source. This that also you can convert into a voltage source. So let's say for converting this into a voltage source, so what will be the value of voltage source? Converted voltage source, V equal to I into R, 1 into 1. So 1 volt will be the voltage value, and here what will be the voltage value for that source voltage, converted source voltage? So Vx by 2 is the current, and the 1 ohm is the resistor value. So Vx by 2 volt will be the voltage. Clear? So now let's draw the simplified circuit here. So this current source is converted into a voltage source. So one voltage source in series with its internal resistance. Internal resistance value will be the same, and this already we got. So this is 1 volt. Next, this also you have converted. How I am writing the polarity? According to the direction of the current. Clear? This direction is like that, means that's why outgoing from the plus, and this is like that. So here outgoing from the plus sign. Clear? So because source whenever current is outgoing from the plus sign and incoming to the negative sign, that is the source. That's why plus minus according to the sources I have written here. So one internal resistance also you connect. The value of internal resistance is 1 ohm, and the value of this voltage source is your Vx by 2. This you calculated. Clear? Now 2 ohm resistor is connected. Here one resistor was connected, and the voltage across this resistor was the Vx. One source was there, independent source. The value of that source was 10. So this is your simplified circuit. Here I have used the two concepts. One concept is of how to find the dependent source, and another concept to convert the current source into the voltage source. Why I am converting? Because for finding the current I need the series circuit. That's why I have converted this current source into a voltage sources. Clear? So let's say the current flowing through this circuit is I, and that is the current flowing through this 2 ohm. Clear? Now apply the KVL, because this is a closed loop series circuit, so you can apply the KVL. So let's say from here I am applying the KVL. So here 10 volt, minus sign is coming here first, so you can write the plus. And you are moving in the direction of the current. So if you are moving in the direction of the current, so according to sign convention, you can write minus. Clear? So what is the value drop here? A drop is Vx, and a drop is also I into R. So I into R is 1. Now let's see here, minus sign is coming first, so write sign convention plus, value is 1. Minus, you are moving to in the direction of the current, so 1 into I. This plus came, so minus Vx by 2 minus I minus 2I equal to 0. So this is the KVL equation. Clear? So here 10 minus Vx by 2 equal to I plus I is 2I, 2I plus I is your 3I, 3I plus 2I is 5I. So clear? This is 5I. So 10 minus Vx by 2 so I will be what? Current will be your 10 minus Vx by 2 divided by 5. So this much of the current is flowing through the 2 ohm resistor. That only you need to calculate. So what is the Vx value? Vx is the voltage drop across this 1 ohm resistor. Clear? So and what is the voltage drop? I into 1. That is the voltage drop. So in place of Vx by 2, you can write the I. So current will be your, here 1 I have missed, plus 1 also here. And this 1 plus means this will become 11. Clear? So this is 11. So 11 minus Vx is your I by 2 divided by 5. Now solve this equation, you can get the current value. So current you can get as 2 ampere. This is how you have to solve the circuit. How to identify the voltage source and current source, dependent voltage source or dependent current source, and how to convert the current source into a voltage source and voltage source into a current source. All these concepts I have discussed in today's class. So here I will tell you one conclusion or one note also, that while applying the source transformation for a dependent source, if the dependent source magnitude does not depends without if this dependent source magnitude depends without disturbing the element, then transformation can be applied. I have applied the transformation. Why I applied the transformation? So when you have to apply the transformation, so one note you make in note it down, that while applying the source transformation for a dependent source, wherever dependent source magnitude depends without disturbing the element, this dependent source is not disturbing the element, then source transformation can be applied. Otherwise, if you can't apply the source transformation for the dependent sources. Clear? If this dependent source magnitude depends with the disturbing that element, then you can't apply the source transformation. Clear? So this was the conclusion, that while applying the source transformation for a dependent source, wherever dependent source magnitude depends without disturbing that element, there transformation can be applied. So this was about the today's class. So next class we'll discuss the mesh analysis, another concept of network theory, and question also will do. So thank you for the today's class.